I used to believe Hailey Bieber when she said Rhode was her passion project, a brand built from love, clean beauty, and creativity. But after watching her latest GQ interview, I realized she wasn't chasing skincare. She was chasing a price tag. The way she smiled and said, "900 million is good, but $1 billion is a flex," felt like the mask finally slipping. Everything, the packaging, the clean girl image, even the emotional captions, suddenly looked like strategy, not sincerity. I'm not saying ambition is wrong, I'm saying authenticity matters. And this time, Hailey's own words did the exposing. Because behind the glossy Rhode tubes and billion-dollar headlines is a founder who never cared about the formula, only the fortune. And trust me, once you see how she sold that illusion, used Justin's name, and turned even a joint case into PR, you'll never look at her brand the same again. Oh, when I first heard Hailey say in the GQ interview, "I would never sell unless it was $1 billion," something inside me clicked. She didn't even flinch. It wasn't the tone of a passionate founder. It was the tone of a business person who had already calculated her exit. For years, she made us believe Rhode was about skin health, confidence, and authenticity. But this interview, it proved Rhode was never about care. It was about cash. One fan wrote under the clip, "So all those emotional videos about loving the brand were just marketing rehearsals." I couldn't agree more, because how else do you explain someone talking about her company's soul one year, then bragging about $1 billion sale the next? Another comment said, "She built Rhode the way influencers build temporary trends, fast, hyped, and disposable." That line stung because it's true. Hailey didn't nurture a vision, she engineered a valuation. Everything from the minimalist packaging to the soft girl branding was part of a long game, to sell, not to stay. And now, after hearing her own words, I can't unsee it. When Hailey said in the GQ interview that Rhode had become Sephora's biggest beauty launch ever, I actually laughed under my breath. She didn't hesitate, didn't blink, like she was reciting a perfectly rehearsed headline. 3 products sold every second, she claimed, as if her brand was flying off shelves faster than anyone could grab them. But I've walked into Sephora. I've seen the displays. And believe me, they tell a different story. The Rhode shelf doesn't look like a beauty revolution. It looks like an abandoned pop-up. You can scroll through hundreds of TikToks and Instagram videos from shoppers showing the same thing. Empty aisles, untouched testers, and employees who roll their eyes the moment someone mentions her brand. The numbers she bragged about, they feel like PR fiction, crafted to make Rhode look bigger than it really is. One fan commented, "If Rhode is selling 3 products a second, then where are the customers?" The store was empty. That comment stuck with me, because this isn't the first time Hailey's reality doesn't match her narrative. Another viewer wrote, "She's not selling skincare, she's selling statistics." And that's exactly it. Hailey knows how to manipulate the story. She builds hype through numbers that sound incredible but lack proof, knowing her followers will repeat them without question. It's the illusion of success, and it's genius in a way. The real customers might not be buying Rhode, but the media is. Every exaggerated figure becomes another headline. Every headline becomes another boost to her billion-dollar image. The sad part? She's turned marketing into mythology. Rhode isn't a skincare brand anymore. It's a storyline, one that gets rewritten every time Hailey opens her mouth in an interview. And the truth hiding beneath all the glossy packaging is that her biggest product isn't a serum or a cream. It's herself. She's the brand, she's the statistic, and she's the fiction. When I first heard Hailey talk about her collaboration with Justin's brand Skylark, I thought, okay, that's cute, a couple doing something creative together. But then she said it. He's doing the joint holder case, which I think is really fucking cool. And I swear, my jaw dropped. Because here's the same Hailey who built her entire image on clean beauty, purity, and minimal wellness, now casually approving a weed accessory and calling it cool. It didn't sound like a brand pivot, it sounded like a brand contradiction. She's selling serums in the morning and joint cases by night. You can't preach skincare simplicity while applauding smoke culture unless you care more about staying relevant than staying real. That one sentence exposed how flexible her morals are when the cameras are on. It wasn't about supporting Justin's project. It was about controlling the narrative again, attaching herself to anything that would trend, even if it made her own brand look hollow. I remember reading a fan comment that said, "So she's the face of clean beauty, but the first to cheer for a joint case?" The math isn't mathing, and honestly, it really isn't. Another viewer wrote, Hailey's brand changes faster than her tone in interviews. She's wellness when it's marketable and rebellious when it sells. That comment hit harder than any headline because it perfectly described her pattern, rebranding every time the algorithm shifts. The truth is, Hailey doesn't adapt to trends, she chases them. When the internet glorifies clean aesthetics, she's the poster girl. When it glorifies being edgy and unapologetic, suddenly she's approving joint accessories. It's not confidence, it's calculation. She's not building a lifestyle, she's following one. And honestly, that's why this part of the interview felt so strange. It wasn't the idea of supporting Justin, it was how performative it sounded. Like everything else she does, the joint case moment wasn't spontaneous, it was strategic. She wanted that clip to circulate. She wanted people to talk. Because in her world, attention equals currency and contradiction is just another marketing tactic. So, yes, she called it cool, but to me it sounded more like another product launch. This time, selling an illusion of personality she doesn't even believe in. The more I listened to Hailey talk, the more it hit me. She doesn't promote Rhode the way real founders do. She promotes it like someone who knows her biggest asset isn't her product, it's her last name. Every time she says, "My husband uses Rhode and has since the beginning," it feels rehearsed, like a PR soundbite she's been repeating until it sounds authentic. But it never does. Let's be honest. Every Rhode launch, every interview, every public appearance somehow circles back to Justin. It's almost like she doesn't believe her brand can stand on its own. She uses him the way brands use ambassadors, to borrow credibility. Because she knows that Justin's global fame can do what her skincare formulas can't, get attention. And that's the real secret behind Rhode's success. Not the product, not innovation, just association. One fan wrote under the interview clip, "Without Justin's name, Rhode would have died faster than her YouTube channel." That comment wasn't cruel. It was accurate, because everything about Hailey's marketing depends on connection, not creation. Another fan said, "Every time she mentions love, she's selling something." That one made me stop scrolling, because it's true. She's turned her relationship into a permanent campaign. I've noticed that even when she posts romantic moments online, there's always timing behind them. A soft filtered photo of Justin kissing her cheek right when Rhode drops a new product. A behind-the-scenes vlog right when sales need a boost. It's never random, it's never organic. Every image of affection doubles as an ad. And maybe that's what makes this whole thing feel so performative. It's not that she can't love him, it's that she's monetized what that love looks like. She's learned to merge their marriage with her marketing. In interviews, she doesn't sound like a wife supporting her husband. She sounds like a business partner pitching a brand collaboration. At this point, I don't even think she sees the line anymore. The personal and the promotional have fused together into one glossy image. The Biebers, the power couple, the lifestyle. But behind that carefully curated aesthetic, there's no emotion left, just strategy. She doesn't just sell skincare, she sells the fantasy of being Mrs. Bieber. And we all bought into it. When the interviewer asked Hailey how she and Justin managed their private life amid fame, I leaned in, expecting something real. Maybe a glimpse of honesty about love, tension, or what it actually takes to stay married under the spotlight. But what I got was another vague, robotic answer. We'll cross every bridge when we get there. No warmth, no depth, no emotion, just words that sounded like they were pre-approved by a PR team. She didn't talk about the things that make a marriage work. No mention of shared laughter, late-night talks, or mutual support. Instead, she talked about being protective of their son, Jack. Every time she's asked about Justin, she pivots toward motherhood, as if their child is the only safe topic left between them. And that's when it hit me. Their son isn't just their priority. He's their glue, the only thing that's keeping the pieces from falling apart. One fan commented, "Every time she brings up Justin, she hides behind Jack. It's like motherhood became her excuse to stop pretending they're okay." That one really stayed with me, because even in the interview, you can sense it. The emotional distance hiding beneath the polite tone. Another fan said, "They don't sound like partners anymore. They sound like coworkers sharing custody of a brand." And honestly, that's exactly what it feels like. If you look closely, the dynamic between them doesn't resemble a marriage. It resembles a media alliance. They post together when the timing aligns, they mention each other when a new deal drops, and they avoid any questions that expose what's behind the curtain. It's almost like their relationship has turned into a script. Predictable, polished, and painfully empty. And yet, they keep performing it. Because the world still wants to believe in the Biebers, the perfect couple who built an empire out of love. But deep down, I think they both know the truth. What they're holding on to isn't passion or connection. It's image control. It's that one last piece of stability in a life that constantly feels like it's falling apart under the flash of cameras and the pressure of perfection. When I listen to Hailey speak now, it doesn't sound like someone in love. It sounds like someone exhausted from maintaining a version of herself that doesn't exist anymore. And maybe that's why every answer feels empty. Because she's running a marriage the same way she runs her brand. Beautifully packaged, emotionally distant, and desperately holding together what's already cracked. Behind the glow and gloss, Hailey's empire feels less like passion and more like performance. The billion-dollar brand, the marriage, the image, all curated, all controlled. But what happens when the spotlight fades? Do we finally see the truth? Or just another version she's selling?